Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Y'all got to forgive me. It's about 5 a.m. over here, but we didn't switch rooms, switch hotels. This one here is a little more spacious, a little more modern. You know, it's much larger. But I was sleeping. Cough hit me. It's a little more space. A little cough hit me. Then I thought I heard somebody singing. And got us other night I heard some good old singing. The singing woke me up. I'm like, well, this sound good. I thought it was a live band. I said, but they sure hitting them notes over here in Bali. But it was somebody that was close to me. She had a speaker. So there's some singing going on right now. And he's singing now. But it sounds like it's on a speaker that they play all over the area. Almost like a church service, like a ceremony. And you know that's interesting. But I like how they say, listen, if you over here in our culture, you're gonna be over here in our culture. We really don't do that, you know, in the States. Like, if you over there vacationing, and I'm not finna wake you up with no John P. Key, or no Kurt Franklin playing. But over here, they finna get this here. You finna listen to this here. But I feel like it's a relaxing tone. I ain't got a clue what he's saying because it's in another language. But the tone is real to where you could sleep through it. And listen, I can't even walk. Well, I'm lying, just walking, but my thighs feel like bricks. I feel like I'm on trying out for Jamaica track team, national track team, to go to the Olympics. And this what my legs feel like after out there running with Usain Bolt and a Safa Powell. I'm like, Lord. See, when I talked to the company who planned this trip, they didn't explain the excursions to me. They just said it'll be active. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna climb a little bit, see a little view, walk over a little bridge, a little hump, see a little view. If they would have said, now, Mr. Gaskins, now this particular trip is normally taken by, professional backpackers who, they backpack around the world. And for your everyday people, you could feel like dying. Had it would have told me that, I would have said, listen, give me the more scenic Bali experience. But they ain't fully explain it to me. Because I told them, are you athletic? I said, yeah, I'm athletic. It's a compliment of the level of athleticism they think a black man have. That's a compliment. You know how they say when a black woman go to the hospital in America, the doctor assumes she can endure more pain. Like she get less medication, she get less, treatment because she a black woman. So they just subconsciously, oh, you can't feel that. Oh, you ain't feeling that. What you feeling? Here goes some Tylenol. But she might have a ovarian cyst or something, or tumor somewhere, and they give her some Pepto-Bismol. That's what this trip got me feeling like. It's like, listen, I said I was athletic. I ain't say I was world renowned Olympian. I'm like, Lord. And then, see me, listen, I talk about love and relationships, but listen, me, I'm a quitter. I'm a quitter. I quit stuff fast now. Y'all seen I started the podcast, The Study. You seen 2.5 episodes. You ain't seen another episode yet. You seen titles, the scripted show. You ain't seen another episode. Listen, I try stuff, but once the budget ain't budgeted, the Lord called me to something else. The Lord will call me to something else. And out here in Bali, the Lord about to call me to the pool. Because they got an infinity pool. It's beautiful. The Lord about to call me to the pool and call me to one of these beaches. But all this hiking, I got about one more flight of stairs in me. And that's going to be in the airport probably. And then I get hit with some kind of sinus, so I'm feeling in my sinus. But then my luggage, somebody write Tumi support for me. You know this luggage, Tumi, Tumi. I paid $1,200 for a luggage. For one of the workers done body slammed it. The whole shoulder done dislocated on the luggage. I'm like, my goodness, but you ain't like Tumi? And then my wheel came off. I'm going through the airport. Get on the escalator. Go up a couple escalators. Get on the little moving belt. Next thing I know, I kept getting stuck. I'm like, what in the world are you getting stuck? I'm like, hold on, now it's $1,200 suitcase. It's more than my rent used to be. And then I look down, I'm like, where my wheel at? I look back, my wheel sitting at the beginning of the moving belt. I said, oh, Lord. I said, Lord, you finna have me in another continent with a 3-wheel luggage that is heavy and intended for 4 wheels. I could use me 8 wheels. So now I'm trying to think about this. Okay, you got 3 wheels. Your 2 wheels, your 2 legs, they done. I said, Lord, I'm gonna find you in the mess. I'm gonna find you in the mess. Because see, I know the Lord is in all of this. He in all of this. It's been something. Also, too, it's been good to see what you call for. Because my wife not here, and it's all women. And the other man, he's here with his wife. So for me to be here with all women and to not be bothered, and I could take it, just picture some other men in this space, I already know how they'll be. Oh, yeah, sister. Oh, yeah, sister. I see something on your spirit. And the Lord told me to have a one-on-one with you down here. Because I want to talk to you about something. Yeah, let me fit the glasses. These glasses get a little foggy. So what the Lord see on your spirit? I can already see it. And then Buddy, Swole Buddy, he'll just be out here. He'll just come out with it. Hey girl, yeah, so what you gonna let me put on you? He'll just be direct with it. Then these single relationship coaches, they'll be out here. Well, girl, if I would have met you, girl, I wish you were no, girl, I wish you were no retreater. Woo! I ain't know I was coming to meet my wife. I said, everybody not called to this. Everybody ain't called to this. Everybody ain't called to this. And my wife, she the type that she know we was at dinner. She'll say, okay, you at dinner. I ain't texting you. Last night, she said, y'all at dinner? I said, yeah, we at dinner. But I said, they know you come first with me. She kept on texting. So I said, okay. I said, I guess she trying to make sure that it's known she come first. Because she kept on texting. She normally don't text like that. I ain't gonna hear too much from her today though, because she going down to her family. And you know how that is. So I ain't even gonna be trying to text her. But listen to me. I'm gonna tell you something. Yesterday, we riding through these streets. Now I done been in I done went out to the Maldives. That's different. You know, it's beautiful out there. You know, it's a different type of scenery. I done went 8 different countries in Europe. And no, 8 different countries, 20 different cities in Europe. And all the islands. I've been about all the islands. Y'all hear the singing? They cranking up. I guess you're not supposed to sleep in over here. Listen, you can get you some rest. Listen, we got this spirit moving. We is it's probably from their religion. I respect it now. I respect it. I ain't gonna say nothing disrespectful to nobody religion, cause I'm not finna be locked up. I got to see my family. Hey, y'all do what y'all do. And so I've seen a lot of different roads. These roads over here, these roads different. The way they drive, you will have car sickness, you will have nausea, you will have vomiting, you will have diarrhea, sinus congestion, a headache. These roads different. And every man I done seen be pulling on him a cigarette. I said, boy, look here. If I had to drive in this, I've never tried to smoke anything, not even one puff. Except when I was about 7 years old with my grandma's cigarette, tried to hit that Newport. But other than that, I've never had a puff of weed or nothing. If I was over here had to drive in this, boy, listen, I'd be 3 cigarettes. Cause it's different. It is different, I'm gonna tell you that now. And see, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. And they got this singing going on. We don't leave till 8:30. We supposed to snorkel today with the manta rays. And it's just something in my spirit just feel like these rays don't bother nobody. These manta rays don't bother nobody till I get my behind in the water. And then they just go, oh, what is this? And then want to act a fool. But I'm believing the Lord that maybe this salt water will do some good. And it'll be just my luck, a wave hit me and knock all kind of hairline off. I got hit with a wave yesterday, but it came from the back, so it knocked my hairline off. And But with you snorkeling, the waves hitting you from the front, yeah, boy, listen, supporters finna be like, Bishop? I thought I came over here with Tony. It looked like they finna be calling me Bishop Gaskins. That hairline lead. Cause you know your bishops going, they gonna wear that U. They gonna, it ain't like that. I just make fun of myself. Just my hairline ain't like that now. I got hair. It just don't be hairing all the time. And I got to get it. I got to brush it to a certain degree to get it to do what I want to do, and I have to have that flick of the wrist. But listen to me. If I do Bali again, don't come. Don't come. I'm gonna tell you something. If you see me do Bali again, I might do it in 4 or 5 years. The next trip, I might do Arizona. But no, they got mountains in Arizona too. They got mountains, and knowing this company here, if I work with them again, boy, they already know they're gonna have us climbing Mount Everest. Now the other one sounded like a recording because it was perfect pitch and tone. Now this brother here, them notes is a little different. He has some different. Lord, Lord, lock me up. Listen, when you somewhere, you gotta respect people culture. That's one thing about it. Got to know who you are. Got to know what you believe in. You got to respect people's culture. And that's one thing that a lot of Christians don't understand. Like yesterday, we was waiting, and I went up there, and I'm the group leader, and there was three or four young ladies that come over here with me, and we waiting to take a picture, a raggedy picture. Now they done charged us $75,000 in they money. That ain't nothing but about maybe $5. But the man taking the pictures, but we black. So when you black with sun behind you instead of in front of you, you could look like a Tootsie Roll. So he taking the pictures terrible. And so it was 3-4 white guys from Australia. They said, hey bro, the fact that they asked me, they might have thought that I was their fan because I had went up to them and talked to them like, hey, what y'all doing? Y'all make YouTube videos? This y'all company? They had a company called Making Memories. And so they just travel around the cool places and they do like real cool shots with drones and stuff. They say, hey, can we go in front of you? And the reason being is because we had they sat through one of our retreaters doing her pictures. And so I looked at their face, they were like, because you know when a woman taking her picture now, she finna hit 9 poses. And it's finna be, the pose finna be here. And then she can move 1 little centimeter, and that's another pose. And so they look at each other like, oh, Lord. And then they looked at the rest of the line, and they could tell we finna be here. He said, hey, bro, can we get in front of y'all and just do just this one shot? I said, yeah, go ahead. Now, here go the Balinese man that's taking our pictures. He get an attitude. Oh, there's already a queue. It's all right. I say, it's all right. Let them go ahead. These professionals. We just over here on vacation. These professionals, these guys make their money like this. And they got professional equipment. They know what they doing. They was up and down in 60 seconds, and we got to watch a show. We got to see the drone get used. We got to see all of that. I want to see what they do. Because I'm like, man, I might get bored and want to get me some guys and start go making memories with these drones. And so, honestly, I want to see it. But I'm like, now, hold on now. Bali, you supposed to be over here chipper. Now, I'm going to tell you. One thing that Americans don't realize, you gotta realize this, and you gotta think about this. For Americans, when you go outside the country, these people ain't happy to see you. When you go outside the country, they happy for their income, but they don't like you. Because what you have to realize is you gotta make them like you. Because you coming into their home. Imagine you in your home and you don't have everything you want. And then somebody coming over there and then they kicking their feet up all on your furniture. And you busting your butt to get you some furniture. And they just coming down, just slinging leg all on your furniture. They cannonballing on your bed. And you like, hold on, man, I done worked my whole life. You done broke my bed frame. What the world? You ain't got no home training? And so that's how they is. Like, they got the hot springs. I went up to the hot springs and dipped me a little water on my towel to clean the ashes off my shoes. And I'm like, man, you don't walk with them dirty shoes. But we spoil. We don't like, yeah. Yeah, this drink that you brought me, this drink ain't drinking. Could I exchange it? They like, oh, hold on now. We ain't got no kind of resources. You don't have to, you gonna have to drink that, sir. You gonna have to drink that, sir. It's like, listen, these people, they be fed up. They got all these tourists. See, they might not know the real history of cigarettes. I could tell some of them smoking cigarettes like it's the 70s. See, in the 70s, people were smoking cigarettes because it was cool. That's how some of them smoking cigarettes. See, after that, black people smoke cigarettes from pain. That's a pain drag. But some of them smoking that cigarette, they think it's cool. Listen, but they don't realize that cigarette masking pain and frustration and stress of dealing with all these tourists. And I said, hey, I get it. So I realized, I'm like, here I am. I let these men go in front of us. The guy who live over here, he get an attitude. I'm like, sir, you working now, and you getting paid, okay? The tip finna be lovely. So calm down, sir. But then, when they were getting ready to leave, the 4 guys, I realized, I said, I gotta let them know that I ain't let them butt me because they white and I'm black, because they fit and I'm not, because they tall. One of them was shorter than me. Because they taller than me, because they Australian, because they do this cool little thing. I said, I got to let them know why I let them butt me. I said, hey, they said, hey, thanks, bro. Thanks so much. I say, no problem, man. I say, listen, I let y'all go in front of us because I'm a Christian. And that's what Christ would do. One of them, he laughed because he thought it was comic relief. Like, and Christianity is a joke and a lot of, and then the other guy, he realized I wasn't joking. He was, oh man, thank you. I'm a Christian as well. But just to give Christ some glory. Nah, I think I was standing next to some Hindu or some Muslim, because they were like, But I say, yeah, is your God, whichever God you serving, is your God gracious? Is your God gracious? Is your God patient? Is your God humble? See, you got to represent what you say you represent now. So you can't say you a Christian, then you be all getting your attitude. So with everything I'm going through, everything I'm feeling, I choose to make light of it. Make light of it. So that even if the dignitaries of the country came and watched this video, because they said, hey, we got a guy who got millions of followers online in our, in Bali, and they went to search me and they looked this up. They're going to have a hard time trying to see what law am I breaking. Because they're going to be like, you know what? He just talking from his heart. He making light. He blessing our economy. He over tipping people. He, being kind and gracious, and he telling people about our sites. Now listen, I want you to come to Bali. They don't force their religion on you. Now, other than this singing, but I don't know where it's coming from. It could be a place nearby, like a synagogue, and they could have a speaker outside or whatever. Or it could be here at this here resort. I don't know. They done stopped singing now, but they don't force nothing on you. You see all of their statues, they gods with their offerings, but it don't feel no kind of way. It's all kind of people here. And I mean, they themselves serve hundreds of gods. So it's like you bring one more god. They probably like, okay, all right, God bless you. Because our host, what you call it, tour guide, he told us he don't know how many gods. He said he lived here, born and raised, and he can't tell you how many gods they got. But, and he said, listen, we have a lot of ceremonies. He said, we have a lot of ceremonies. He said, it's hard to remember all of the ceremonies and keep up with all of them. We have a lot of them. So they know too. And then as you walk around, you could see the sinners. You could see the people who they ain't talking to now one of these gods. You could see it on them. They got it on them. Like the lady who stiffed me out that 10,000. I said, boy. And then at the restaurant last night. Now that's one thing about it over here now. If they know my name, they know I'm the host of the retreat. They greeted me at the front. They know exactly who I am. So they brought my bill, and it said 325,000. And so I'm like, okay, I ain't even question. I ain't even look at it. But then when the person in front of me and beside me, bill was 160, 220. I'm like, I ain't have no feast now. I had a meal, a water, a lemonade, and a dessert. How mine 150,000 more? Sure enough, they had their receipt tore up from the floor up. Their receipt looked like Babylon. So then, so see, this how I am. Y'all count way too good. These people could count now. You know how like a hood dope boy be counting his little $20, $5 bills? These people can count. They attention to detail. I'm like, y'all try to swing me on purpose like that lady swung out that 10,000. Now, one thing about it over here now, they got a lot of gods, but they hustlers. They hustlers. You ain't on your P's and Q's. You finna be off some grands in the rupee. You finna come up with tens of thousands of rupee missing. You got to be counting. You hear me? And so, and then one thing me about some math now. Cause I used to be out there in the streets. And still to this day, my wife, she turned my money a certain way. Cause she know how I like my money to lay when I was in the streets. And so she turned my money a certain way. She was like, oh, it made me so mad that I got to turn this money. And it's because of you. She was like, this is your fault that I have to have my money all facing, all the head to be facing the same way now. So I count me some money too. So I'm like, hold on, let me do the math now. And I'm good at math now. My phone hadn't died. I ain't had no calculator. I ain't need now. I said, okay, my bill supposed to be $260. Sure enough, they came back, boom, $260. And then he said, I'm gonna bring you your change. The first time when he said 320, I gave him 350,000. I said, keep the change. I'm giving him an extra 30,000. I didn't know 21% gratuity already included. So this next time, because they hadn't tried to swing me, this next time I said, no, yeah, give me all that change. Yeah, give me the change. And then after I got it, the Lord reminded me, Tony, you don't tip 21%, you tip 30%. So I did a little math, and boom, when he came over, I gave him 20,000 more. He was like, for me? Yeah, but no, you came over here and tried to swing me now. But see, what happened is, little buddy, they got a buddy who served the drinks. My drink was 104,000. I gave him 120,000. He said, do you have little money? I said, no, just keep the rest. And so I let him keep, it was 103,000. I let him keep 17,000. So now that 17,000, that ain't nothing but like $1. $1.10 or something. So I thought of it like that. So I'm like, it ain't no big deal, but it's still 17,000. So he probably told Buddy, oh, hey, big bread. Hey, big bread. Hit him with that old finagle receipt. No, buddy. And so now where I got a little bit of my ghetto is I got a cold shower. It's like, listen now. I said, Lord, what you trying to get? What are you trying for me to get? And I'm going to get what the Lord, but see what the Lord give me, I ain't going to be able to share with you because it ain't for you. Touch no. But it's things that the Lord trying to get me to get of when I climb all these stairs. The host of the retreat, and they put me in a room that they know they ain't finished working on the pipe. So I'm sore and got to come take a cold shower. Get to the dinner table. The other retreaters. Ooh, that shower was so hot. Woo! Oh, my shower had steam on it. I said, Lord. I said, hold on now. And then a little bit of Buff Buddy, the other relationship coach, Buff Buddy. Y'all know I don't say people's name now, because anybody could be buff. A little bit of Buff Buddy got him a spirit. I almost said, hey, let me come shower in your room. Then the Lord said, oh, Tony, whoa, hold on, Tony, that ain't gonna come out right now. But I literally was just thinking like, you sit out there on the balcony, let me go in there and get some of that hot shower real quick, and then come on out. Lord said, no, son. I know you ain't gonna do nothing. I know your spirit in the right place, but that ain't gonna come off well. So just take your cold showers and let that spirit talk to you, because your butt need to work on some things. So I said, Lord, Jesus, be a message on the mountain. Let me get what I need to get, because these here cold showers is not what the doctor ordered. But then the young lady who got that steam in her shower, her toilet don't work. So then the Lord said in my spirit, okay, what you rather, a cold shower? You know it's benefit to a cold shower, or to be smelling your bowels because that toilet don't flush. I said, yeah, I'll take that cold shower. Lord, I'll take that cold shower. You hear me? Yes, Lord. Well, look here. Eating these peanut ramen noodles over here. It'll do something to you. It'll do something to you. And one thing about it now, they have a lot of stray dogs. They have a lot of stray dogs. And I'm a business owner, and I used to own a restaurant. Listen, if I got me a plethora of supply walking around, and I'm out the mud, and I done lived a life to where I ain't had no grocery, and I ain't had no money, and I had to taste something that would walk around that street straight, and I realized it tastes like chicken. Listen, I'm running that restaurant. Here, boy. Here, boy. Get on in here. Got some people to feed. So listen to me. But I realized I had a piece of chicken like that was a corner leg. And so it was too little to be anything that walk around here. It was too little for that, but I say, okay now. Cause it's different, it's different cultures. And, now the God I serve, the Bible say he blessed everything. He blessed everything. It used to be, no swine and all of that, but in the New Testament, God bless everything. So you never know what you eating and what you ain't. All I'm gonna say, so I just kind of keep that in mind, cause it was two young ladies ordered steak. They ordered steak. But when that steak came out, let's see, one thing that's a giveaway for me is when somebody bring you a steak and it got an inch of sauce sitting on top of it. Cause see, the way steak is, you want to taste that quality, then put sauce if needed. But when the steak come out covered in sauce, and this sauce don't move, it ain't running, it just sitting there. It's like great, it look like grape jelly. I said, okay. Okay. Y'all go right ahead. Y'all go right ahead. Now, one of the sisters, she Nigerian, so Nigerian, they eat their meat differently. So cause I asked her, I said, hey, why do y'all make y'all meat so tough? She was like, what are you talking about? So that let me know she very used to it. So because African cultures is different. And because I know because my wife best friends are Nigerian. So we done went to some Nigerian events. And Nigerians know this too. And I ain't talking bad about nobody now. It's just a difference in culture. So how they gave them that dog patty steak last night with that sauce on it. With Nigerian culture, you get that, you go to eat that meat. You be touring for 9 years. I'm like, why? But some Nigerians who cook it, they'll tell you. Now, see, I can talk about this. I'm 34% Nigerian. Find our ancestry. I was 56%. Then they reduced me to 34% and gave me 15% Cameroon. But they'll tell you they overcook it. But when I was reading the Bible, I was reading somewhere in the Bible, and it was talking about how there could be no blood in the meat when you cook this here this cow or this whatever, it could be no blood, and or they'll have to like, it was one area where they had to like cut it and let it hang and let all the blood run out, and you got to cook it where it's no blood. So I was like, maybe certain parts of it is, from different areas to where that's their, like in America, I think it's because of, it's a lot of Europeans and Caucasians. Their diet is different. So if you notice, a lot of Caucasian people, they eat their steak medium rare. And then a lot of people of color eat their steak well done. And then when you get a little bit of money, you go to medium well. And then when a black person make a little bit more money, they go to medium. And then when a black person make a little bit more money, they'll go to medium rare plus. I done been to medium rare plus. I ain't going back. I went to bite that steak. That thing said moo. I said no. I said no. I'm gonna do medium. At the best. But see, listen. If I come somewhere and it's not a steak restaurant, like last night we went at a steak restaurant, I ain't ordering no steak. It got to say steak in the name for me to order a steak, cause that's a chef special. You really got to be highly trained to cook a thick piece of meat. It just ain't no any old cook just could cook a thick piece of meat. So if it don't say steak in the name of the restaurant, I don't order it. But I don't tell everybody what to do. I went with a chicken. That chicken tasted good, and I got a fried chicken, but it wasn't. It said deep fried, but it was not southern fried. It was nowhere near Popeyes. It was basically like it ain't had no skin on it. It had skin, and it had no flour. They don't put it in flour here, so it's not that kind of fried chicken. It's like they just take the chicken and just drop it in there. Now seasoning, They got little spices on the side you could put on top of it. That's spicy, but Lowry's season hall. You ain't finna have now seasoning. It's gonna be on the sauces and the stuff on the side. But what I relate to with this culture is they come from the struggle. So they food, they delicacies is struggle meals. And I relate because that's how it is for black Americans. Our delicacies is struggle meals. Like, chitlins, collard greens, fried chicken. It's like the chicken was fried because we had that little leftover lard, back there, and you getting the worst part of the meat, so you trying to fry it to trick yourself, or however they was doing it, and then the greens. I mean, you steal your little bit right out there, throw them on in there. And then the chitlins, you getting throwaway of the pig, so you getting them intestines. And because I never really went to a white person house who eat chitlin. So it let me know that the slave masters was eating the pig itself. They would eat bacon. We was out there eating chitlin. So it's a little different. But how we made something out of nothing, I realized that's what they doing here, because at the restaurant, I know ramen noodles when I'm eating ramen noodles. And I'm eating ramen noodles. And I'm like, whoa. Because see, the other kind of noodles that y'all eat in what y'all call ramen, when y'all go to them restaurants that's called ramen, that's a different kind of noodle. That noodle be noodling. But ramen noodles, because of how they made, they don't noodle all the way. They still gonna be tough, and certain parts ain't get cooked. So I know when I'm eating ramen noodles that have been sauced up, because my wife used to do that when we was in the struggle. She'd take the ramen noodle, throw them in the frying pan. She'll boil them, then she'll throw them in the frying pan. Let them fry up a little bit. Put some soy sauce in there. Listen, boy, you think you eating some Asian street food? And so over here, they have made a delicacy out of the food that they come off of, and it's good now. They making it do what it do, and so you can't do nothing but respect it. Can't do nothing but respect it. But I'm curious to try some other stuff, other type of food that they have. But hey, I done talked too long on here. Yesterday we seen a beautiful beach. I put it in my stories on Instagram. So if you ain't on my Instagram, I put it in my stories, I believe. It's a great trip, great group of people. We got individuals from mid-20s to, mid-50s. And so that's really awesome. And everybody easygoing, everybody, just chilling, minding their own business and talking and having fun. Typically when I do seminars and stuff, I have a grandstander, but we don't have a grandstander. Everybody just, doing their thing and supporting each other. And it's a great group of people because you always wonder, like, man, how are these people from all different parts of the world gonna get along? And I'm learning from each of them too, just where they come from and their mindset and how they do things and all of that. So I'm trying to stay in the fight, cause listen here, I quit on something. So I'm trying to stay in the fight and go on to this here next event. I'm gonna see about this here snorkeling and see what that water is like. But we having us a good old time, and I believe it's Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday here, but it's still Monday in the USA. But it's Tuesday here right now, and I think we got until Friday. So we're gonna wind down. We supposed to have another intense climb, but I'm gonna cancel that. I think everybody pretty much like, listen, we can't climb something that's harder than what you say we already climbed. Because especially if it's rocks and stuff like that, and then to climb up there and see some fog, but I can see that fog from the ground. I am not. Now, if I'm finna see a bird's eye view, the view that is to live for, I do it. I muscle through it, I do it. I do all things through Christ who strengthened me. I do it, but to climb up to see some fog, no, brother. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Ain't gonna be able to do it. I can look at that fog from the ground. I will buy me the postcard. Thank you. So listen to me now. Well, I'm gonna announce another retreat here soon, probably, and it'll be different, times of the year, probably. Let me stop lying. I don't know when I announce another one, but that next one, I'm trying to tell you, it might be Costa Rica. It might be Punta Cana, Toulouse. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But the thing about it is, when I do if I do somewhere exotic like Greece, or like Maldives or Italy, the people that came on this, they get first dibs. So I'm gonna message them first. But gotta let people accounts replenish. And this a thing with finances is we gotta start taking every single check that we get. You can't spend every dime. You gotta take and put a dime to the side. You gotta have an untouchable dime that you put to the side. so that when you have something come up for you, you able to bless you. You able to take care of you. And and I like these retreaters. They here, but they not Louis Vuitton and Gucci down. It's not like they are millionaires. They take care of them. It's not they might be millionaires, but it's not like they not like a flashy or anything like that. Like they're not like that. But they budget their money and they take and invest their money in them. And it ain't like nobody over here, Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, a rupee for everybody. Hey, the rupee, making rupee rain. It's like this is something that they took and blessed themselves. Like, hey, I'ma love me first. And so that's what you got to realize is that's where we got to get to where sometimes you got to be able to, because you got to ask yourself, okay, this little bit of cable, this little bit of Popeyes, this little bit of out to eat. Do I rather this combination of things at the crib, or do I rather be able to see Bali? Do I rather be able to see Mykonos, Santorini, Capri, Italy? Do I rather be able to get out this country and see some versus eating out at Applebee's all the time and wasting even Applebee's $150 a month, or the local steakhouse all the money versus getting out this country and seeing something that only your eyes could see, because the phone don't capture it. The phone don't capture. Like I'm looking at what I'm looking at. See, I got 2015 though. The doctor say that's better than 2020. I got 2015. So when I'm looking at what I'm looking at, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. And then I pull up that phone. I'm like, hold on, this don't look the same now. This one here was on the iPhone 12. Ain't on these here God vision. So it's like these pictures gonna be ingrained in my mind so that when the Lord getting ready to call me home, this gonna be playing through my mind. Stuff I done seen, places I done been. I'm gonna see Italy. I'm gonna see Bali. I'm gonna see these places. And I'm not gonna think about Popeye's chicken, because that's gonna be part of the reason I'm laying there. I'm not gonna think about that cable, Netflix. I ain't gonna think about the little stuff that I could have did without. Because I'm going to tell you, you got to get out your country, whatever country you in. You got to get out your country, because God's beauty is all over the globe. And he don't give everybody everything. That's why America is not that beautiful. Like, we got some places like the Grand Canyon and, stuff like that. That's like, whoa. But it doesn't really match these views over here. It don't match the views in Italy. It don't match the views probably in Cape Town, South Africa, which I still got to get there. Like, God views that he got around the world is another level. And it's like, we be at the house looking at that little raggedy hill, looking at the little raggedy canyon. It's like, man, you don't get all this pile of clay and go see something that is scenic, something that the Lord has made. And listen, what the Lord got for you, you got to work for it. And that mean that in more than one way, meaning that what the Lord got for you, you got to work for it in the sense of, first you got to make money and budget and save. And then two, when you want to see it, you got to work to see it. You got to climb. You got to climb. The growth is in the climb. The views in the climb. The blessing in the climb. Everything in the climb. And it's painful in the climb. And that's in life too. It's painful in the climb. And that's one thing the Lord showing me that I could share with you is you got to keep climbing. And while you climbing, you got to trust in me. You got to talk to me. You got to call on me when you hurting, when you down, when you out, when you feeling the most pain. I need to hear from you. And you got to trust me. You got to trust me. I'm so proud of, we got one retreater, Serena. Serena won't tell me how old she is. She one of those type of individuals superstitious. You know how you ain't supposed to ask a woman her age, but me, I don't pay that no attention. Listen, hell, I'm gonna ask her. And she won't tell me. I said, Serena, how old you? She said 104. All these stairs. But she did the climb, and we went to a tree house, and she climbed, and I'm telling you, I was mad by climbing to that tree house and then climbing down and then climbing up. I was mad. And I'm 39. Now, Serena, I don't know how old she is, but she older than me though, because she didn't let me know that. But she made that climb. She made that climb. And Black don't crack now. Black don't crack, so I really don't know her age. So she made that climb. And she had on wedges. She had on wedges with her heels out. She ain't have on tennis shoes. And she had on a dress. She had on a dress with wedges. I said, listen, Serena ain't gonna play now. Serena gonna let these Balinese men know what her sister working with. And the sister climbed. You hear me? I looked at that wedge. I said, Lord, don't let that wedge give. Because if that wedge give, Lord, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch her. I said, Lord, if it'll be both of us going down these stairs. And we coming on to glory. I'm coming early. I don't know if Serena going to feel like she early. But we coming to glory, Lord. I'm going to catch her and wrap around her and try to take the blows of this all these concrete stairs. But Lord, don't let that wedge give. But to God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory that wedge didn't give. And that right there, that right there showed me I don't believe in black girl magic just because I don't believe in magic. But I believe in black girl power, black woman power, black woman blessings, black woman divine, wonderfully and fearfully created. And to see a sister who she done been here, she done not been to Bali, but she done been on this earth and seen some things and know some things about life, to take that climb, invest in herself, take that climb, going up there to that tree house, take that picture. That right there, it showed us that, it showed me you could do anything. You could do anything. Because that's physical damage on the body. So what is posting a YouTube video? What is creating a t-shirt for sale? What is selling plates of food at the house on Sunday? We could do anything. And that's what this right here showing. Now we have to know our limitations. We got to know our physical, restraints and things of that nature. But what you can do inside of you, you could do it. So everybody on this trip, they ain't got to climb all the way to the top, but they still, you ain't going nowhere without climbing. To go eat, you got to climb. To eat at the restaurant, we had to climb stairs. I said, Lord, you gave these people some beautiful views, but you did not give these people no flat land. I said, Lord, I don't know if you did these people right. These people ain't got no flat land nowhere. You got to climb. And they so fit. And it also let me know fit does not mean a six-pack of abs. I bet none of these people have no six-pack of abs. Cause you can see the meat on their bones. but they fit. You hear me? They fit. Hey, I done went to an hour. God bless y'all. I don't know if this video gonna make it up. If it make it up, first person who email in, I made it. You get a free 30-minute one-on-one session. Just the first person now, so you got to look at when the video was posted. If it's past, if the video was posted an hour and 15 minutes ago, please don't send an email. You're not the first person, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna let you know, okay? We at 1 hour, okay? Look at when the video was posted. It'll be right up under the video. It'll tell you when it was posted. If it say posted 3 hours ago, you're not the first person, okay? So please, because whenever I say that, I have 1,000 emails. Not literally, but I have 100. And it'll be the next day. And I'm like, now come on now. Now come on now. Come on now. But I guess, you know what? I guess I take that back because people could not watch it to the end. And so a person could be writing the next day and be like, I bet ain't nobody watch this because they really ain't built like I'm built. So let me write in because I done got to this video and I done got to the end. Free 30-minute session. The thing about it is, I'm gonna tell y'all something that's interesting. When I do stuff like that, when I do like little sales and stuff, like I'm probably about to run a little sale here because I forgot that it's a couple more courses that I'm supposed to, that people that ask for. When I do little sales and I do little stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, I see the same names. I see the same names. You know, greatness got a face to it. It got a face to it. It got, and some people get familiar with greatness. Some people get familiar with excellence. And it be the same people. It be the same people. If I say email in this or that, it be the same people. Cause those people be locked in. You know, they be locked in and focused. And you know, be what it be. But yeah, all this climbing breaking my body down. Cause climbing and then time difference, 12-hour time difference, that's a bad combination. It's a bad combination for your body to be in physical agony and then your sleep is not regulated. It's just, the body ain't built for that. So, y'all forgive me. But God bless y'all. We'll talk soon. This is my little therapy session. And hopefully, you know, I started this 5 a.m., so hopefully I ain't say nothing offensive or disrespectful. Y'all forgive me if I did. God bless you. We'll talk soon.